welcome to PlanetaXLive.com. Um, Here we have our friend Israel that he has some news about a new law, something very interesting that many people are against it, but here he has done some research and he has come with an explanation, and he feels very strong about this. What is your point of view, and what is your theme?
All right. Well, it's about marijuana, and I know my point of view on this is, I mean, if you need this, like people use it as medicine, and if you need it, then I feel it should be legalized for at least the medical use, not completely for recreational use. Like anybody could do it, but like people who need it, I feel like that should be legal. Because in California, it's legal, and they just passed a new law that whoever can afford it, all the marijuana dispensaries should give 2% to the people who can't afford it. And that's what people got mad about. It's like, because if they can't afford it, then why are you giving it to them anyways? It's a drug.
Okay, so let's just clarify that this law was just passed in California. It has
California,
not
yeah.
been passed here in Illinois, but it seems that if it was already passed over there, most likely will be passed here.
Yeah, it hasn't even been legalized for medical use here. So I feel like eventually, once it's legalized here, they're gonna pass that law also.
And like you said, this drug, it's used for medical reasons, and it helps people get rid of pain for at least for a little while. But how much would you have to use in order for something bad to happen to you, like an overdose?
Yeah, that's what I feel people are like scared of, because it's a drug. That's what people call it. You would have to you would have to consume 20,000 to 40,000 times as much as a normal cigarette dose, which is 1,500 pounds of marijuana in only the span of 15 minutes. Which
1,500 pounds
in 15 minutes,
15 minutes.
which is physically impossible. You can't. I don't know. Well, at least I don't know how to do that. I don't even smoke a regular.
Yeah, I
but
think pretty much that
yeah.
would be very impossible.
Yeah,
So that's a good thing.
that's according to the 1988 United States Administrative Law. So that's like an actual study, and that's physically impossible. And that's why I feel like it should be legalized for at least medical use. Because, I mean, alcohol is legalized, and I don't want to pull up the argument about alcohol is bad, but, I mean, alcohol is legalized, and it's bad for you, and it's not even used as a medical drug, at least what I know, and this is, and people don't legalize it, but people need it, so.
Israel, how long will you think they will take in order to legalize it here in Illinois?
I don't know, like, things that are happening right now, with the Michael Brown story, they said that he was hyped up on marijuana, and people, like, I guess people are still really against marijuana, but I don't know how long it would take. I thought it was going to be legalized this year, but we're almost approaching the end of the year, and I think it's going to take a long while because people are still really up in arms and against marijuana. They're afraid of getting like addicted and everything, and they're afraid of like people becoming violent, like they said with Michael Brown. But I also have these notes. There's a study that's been published in the Journal of Physical and Addictive Behaviors, and they studied around 600 couples over the span of 9 years.
Okay.
And it's 9 years. So this study was like huge, and it showed that there are more unlikely to engage in intimate partner violence than it would be with alcohol. So there's less violence on marijuana than they would be with alcohol. So they wouldn't. So yeah, it's 600 couples over the span of 9 years.
9 years. That's a long study.
Yeah. So this is like a big study. This is something big. You can't. So it's pretty hard to pull up an argument saying that like marijuana is gonna harm you or make you go mad against your partner. It's violent. It's a violent drug. No,
It's usually alcohol.
Yeah,
when that happens.
there's this study to counter that. And then if you're scared of like dying, there's that other study of 1,500 pounds of marijuana in 15 minutes. So there's all these studies going against what everybody's saying, but so there's all these studies, and that's why I feel that it should be legalized for at least medical use for people who actually need it.
And that they do need it.
Yeah.
What do they need to have in order to prove that they need it, other than going to the doctor?
Well,
I mean,
yeah, I
is
know
that
that
the only way?
there's people who like, oh, I got this and this. They start making up just so they could smoke.
Exactly. That's my point.
But I'm saying there's glaucoma, there's that issue, and then there's blood pressure because there's family members I know that have gotten notes from the doctor saying because they got like blood pressure, then their eyes start like getting really strained, and to calm down they need marijuana. And I know that
wow.
those kind of like the people I know, they're like, no, I don't want to do that. But I mean, like there's that.
Probably they feel that they're gonna get addicted to it.
And
it's possible, right?
Yeah, I feel it's not so more like an addictive, like physical drug. It's more like mental. Just like how you crave chocolate or anything,
Exactly.
you would like get high that first time, and then since your body has already done it, you've already experienced it, you try to smoke more and more to get that high again.
Or the people that drinks coffee and they say, I need coffee in order to survive the rest of the day. And if they don't have it, they feel miserable during the day.
It's one of those addictive things.
Mentally, right?
Yeah, I don't think it's more physical like the other drugs like cocaine and meth and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a good thing.
Yeah. And there was so on Fox News they had these people on there, and they're really against it. Like I said, there was they had a priest and an actual expert on them focus on marijuana, and a priest was talking about how it has the same effects of marijuana. I mean, the marijuana has same effects as cocaine and meth, and the expert was there saying, I'm sorry, but you're wrong, because people try to compare these drugs as being super bad, but they're not. Marijuana does not have the same effect as cocaine and heroin and all these other drugs. Marijuana is completely different. Marijuana calms you down. It actually helps.
Well, we're gonna see this controversy when it comes here to Illinois too, and I'm sure it's going to be approved because I mean it's gonna be legalized. People do need it, and I'm not against it at all, as long as they take it the way they're supposed to.
Yeah.
And for the need
Yeah.
that they need.
Yeah. It just I it's like alcohol. Like I feel like if they do legalize it, even if it's not for medical use, if they legalize it completely, like
Yes.
just for anyone, I feel like you would have to be a certain age, and from there that's it. Like it's like alcohol, a certain age and like an ID or something, and then anyone can do it.
Yeah, hopefully people won't be making excuses that they feel sick in order to take it.
Yeah.
But hopefully it will work out for the best.
Yeah.
We will see further news in California and see what the outcome is.
Yeah, hopefully not everybody gets mad.
Hopefully not. Maybe they'll change their mind.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for joining us, Israel, and conducting this letting us know about this new law in California. And we're looking forward to hear more about that in the future. Hopefully it will be a good thing for everybody who needs it.
Yeah. It was a
Thank you so
pleasure.
much.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much for joining us in PlanetaXLive.com. See ya.